Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm going to do a NBA news video here. Not doing the typical mega news I do. There's just some NBA stuff I want to talk about, some trades that happened today, and some other news. So let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about the trades first. Purse Shams, Charania, ESPN, NBA Insider. So let's talk about these deals today here. So the first trade was the New Orleans Pelicans. They are trading CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole, Saddiq Bey, and the number 40 pick. Sources tell ESPN. This is basically ass for ass here. Is CJ McCollum bad? No. He's just getting up there in age. Jordan Poole's kind of inconsistent. Like, there's games he's really good, some games he's shit. He's just kind of inconsistent with the type of player he is. I don't know, this whole trade is just kind of... Well, it's like, what's the point here, man? Jordan Poole goes to another garbage team. Like, he had great games, some great games during the season, like, don't get me wrong. But he was the only guy that could fucking score for really a lot for that team. But, like, yes, CJ McCollum, like, isn't bad. But he's getting up there in age, and he's averaged, like, 20 points most of his career. Like, 20 points per game feels like throughout his whole career from 2015 to 2025 now. It's just, he's kind of getting up there in age, though. And just, I don't see him being a main piece on a contender. But it's kind of interesting here when you think about it. But this feels like a big trade of nothingness here. Compared to, you know, the KD trade, the Anthony Simons trade even last night. So, yeah, CJ McCollum going to the Wizards, man. Building a retirement home over there. I don't know who this helps. But I guess the trade swap guards the Wizards, shifting from Poole to the veteran in McCollum, who has an expiring contract. Washington now is expected to approach $100 million projected cap in 2026. Pelicans move younger, possibly more dynamic with Poole and Bey. So, man, dude, they're building the fucking retirement home, dude. They got Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton, and now CJ McCollum. But yeah, pack your bags, CJ. Going to Washington. So yeah, that was that trade that happened, the first trade. Second trade was Boston, Atlanta, and Brooklyn. They finalized a three-team trade that sent Porzingis and a second-round pick to the Hawks. So Kristaps will be going to Atlanta, which makes them a pretty, maybe could be a sleeper team in the Eastern Conference. You know, with all the injuries in the East, they could be a sleeper team, like, no cap. Or what do the kids say? No cap. Terrence Mann, Atlanta's number 22 pick to the Nets, which, that's kind of a, man, I'm not going to lie, Boston might have got fleeced here, man. Because they trade, because first round pick traded to Brooklyn and Niang and a second rounder to the Celtics. That's why I say they got fleeced here, because they got Georges Niang, dude. Like, he's not good. And they got a second rounder. You're not going to get much for Porzingis, especially with how he played in the playoffs. But like, man, the Nets, they have now 5 first-round picks, ladies and gentlemen. Like, they could trade. I mean, they're keen to, you know, trade some first-rounders. We'll see if they're going to keep all these first-round picks. So, but I like the move for Atlanta. You know, getting Porzingis. Did he have a bad playoffs? Yes. But I feel like, you know, he's kind of hindered by that, you know, that kind of undisclosed illness or whatever it was. So it could be a decent move, you know, for them. The Nets, most importantly, getting that number 22 pick. But Celtics, I guess they get some bench depth. But, like, Niang, like, when he'll have some games where he's hot from 3. But if he's not, he's just kind of useless. But it was kind of opportunistic acquisitions for the Hawks and Nets. And the Celtics, they are now out of the salary second apron, so I understand why they did this. They wanted to, you know, get out of the salary cap second apron. That's why they traded Drew Holiday last night. That's why they traded Porzingis here. And that's why they did this, was to save $180 million in tax penalties by moving Drew and KP's terrible contracts. and he feels like he's hurt all the time. I say it could be a good move for the Hawks, but he has to stay healthy. Though he has to stay healthy. Not like the Celtics really have him a lot, anyways. So yeah, those are 2 trades that happened today around the NBA. The Knicks are interviewing the Timberwolves assistant Micah Nori for the team's head coaching job. This is per Shams. Now, 3 candidates, Nori and 2 former head coaches, Mike Brown and Taylor Jenkins, have done formal interviews for the Knicks vacancy. Freaking fired Coach Tibbs for this crap. I mean, Nori could be a good addition, but like, you should, if these are your options, you might as well have just kept Coach Thibodeau. Matisse Thybulle, Blazers forward, picked up his $11.5 million player option for the 25-26 season. Definitely expected this. A hell of a defender. Daniel Gafford, the Maverick center, he intends to sign a 3-year contract extension worth nearly $60 million. And this is, I believe, through the 2028-2029 season. So, he averaged a career-high 12 points last season, and will team with Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Cooper Flagg in the Mavericks front court. Gafford, he ranked in the top 10 in field goal defense as contesting defender in 24-25 among players who contest 800 shots. And Cooper Flagg. You never know, Nico Harrison's unpredictable, you never know. The draft's actually tomorrow, so tonight I'm doing my mock draft. My one and only mock draft. But, I mean, this is, man, they're stacked in the front court, though, with Davis, Lively, Gafford. So, yeah, there's that. Heading into Hornets restricted free agency, Trey Mann. He's fully recovered from his back disc hernia, or whatever, herniation, or where the fuck it is. But yeah, now let's get to the NBA Central stuff here. Read all stuff there from Shams. So, NBA teams are showing significant, and I said it loudly because it's in all caps, interest in Jaylen Brown per Shams Charania. I don't see this, man. Like, it says, oh, showing significant interest. Yeah, I doubt any of this. I doubt it's going to happen. I doubt he's going to get traded, dude. They've got a bunch of money off from KP and Drew. Nuggets owner Josh Kroenke, he believes there's a nightmare scenario where the wrong player gets injured and the second apron can force them to consider the possibility of trading Nikola Jokic. Sir, are you retarded? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're bringing up trading Jokic? Excuse me? Like, excuse me. This is the worst thing I've heard. This could be the worst possible thing an owner could say at a press conference. You have your superstar player, MVP, in your life, and you just nonchalantly bring up, oh yeah, we could trade him. If the wrong player gets injured. This is pathetic. I mean, why in the world would you bring this up? Worst owner, he has to be one of the worst owners in the NBA. Didn't do anything to fucking improve this roster during the offseason. Now he nonchalantly brings up, oh yeah, if the wrong player gets injured, we can trade Jokic. Yeah, he shouldn't be the owner of this team. He's run through here. So the OKC mayor, David Holt, he's officially declared the following dates as honorary days in celebration of key figures connected to Oklahoma City. Day 1, July 1st, St. Presti Day. Day 2, Mark Daignault Day. July 7th, Brandon Carlson Day. July 8th, Alec Dukas. July 9th, Adam Flagler. July 10th, Nikola Topic. July 11th, Ousmane Dieng. July 14th, Dylan Jones. July 15th, A.J. Mitchell. 16th, Jalen Williams, Arkansas Jalen Williams. July 17th, Kenrich Williams. Give him some respect. July 18th, Isaiah Joe. July 21st, Aaron Wiggins. July 22nd, Casey Wallace. We give him respect because he's a Kentucky kid. July 23rd, Isaiah Hartenstein. July 24th, Alex Caruso. July 25th, Lou Dort. 28th, Chet Holmgren. July 29th, Jalen Williams Day. And then July 30th, Shai Gilgeous Day. Is he going to get any free throws on that day? I'm hearing he will take at least 100 free throws. So LeBron James on Cooper Flagg joining the Mavericks. He has the benefit, unlike myself, he gets to join a team that's established with Hall of Fame guys. I mean, I guess he's joining Hall of Fame guys, but bro always makes stuff about himself. The Portland Trailblazers are their favorites to land R.J. Barrett. Paul George says SGA the best season by a guard since 1998 Michael Jordan. It's 1A, 1B. Not gonna respect 2016 Steph? Kobe? Come on, SGA did not have the best guard season since Michael Jordan. Come on, dude. Curry and Kobe are way fucking better. Because SGA just flops for free throws. Like, he'll get a lot of points, but when you look at the shooting game, sometimes most of his shooting, he has a lot of good shooting games, don't get me wrong, but there's a game where he'll be like 8 for like 27, and he'll still get like 25 points because of free throws. And it's not really fun to watch. People around the league have been keeping an eye on the possibility of R.J. Barrett getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets per Brett Siegel NBA. I think they should keep him, because he's a solid player now, but if they do trade him, hope the Warriors try and go after him. Before Porzingis got traded, the Lakers and Warriors were among the teams to contact the Celtics, but obviously he went to Atlanta. The Miami Heat have made Andrew Wiggins available in trade talks. Well, that's interesting. Sixers, they are not expected to select Ace Bailey and are likely to draft either VJ Edgecombe or trade the pick. Man, Ace Bailey looks so retarded right now with his interviews. He's basically declined all of them, it feels like. Steve Kerr's reportedly one of the reasons Kevin Durant wasn't interested in returning to Golden State per Logan Murdoch. Wow, color me shocked there. I mean, I don't think Steve Kerr's as bad as a coach as people will say. But KD can't win without Curry or Steve Kerr. And ever since he's left the Warriors, he ain't won shit. So the Spurs, they had shown interest in Porzingis before he was traded. Projected lottery pick Noah Esungu is reportedly leaving his team, who lead 2-1 in the German League Finals, to attend the NBA draft. Oh boy, I'm sure that's going to go well with his team. Hey, he's got bigger plans. Go to the NBA draft. You only get to walk across that stage once. Luka has reportedly lost a significant amount of weight this offseason and is committed to a strict diet. DeAndre Ayton and Robert Williams III have been names dangling on the trade market. The Thunder are trying to trade into the top 10 of the NBA draft. James Harden is being sued for alleged negligence after a woman claims she was sexually assaulted by his nephew at one of his parties. Okay, what does James Harden have to do with this? She just wants the freaking money, man. Gilbert Arenas says no one cares about small market finals. A guy who's never won anything voicing his opinion about small market championships. Get this guy off TV, dude. Like, the big market finals have been disappointing as well, so. There have been I think I've already talked about this stuff, so yeah. I got all the NBA news here. So until next time, Alkalite, peace.